Why don't we move on to a very interesting pitching matchup? Woodruff, Chatwood, Brewers, Cubs. Brewers, Cubs. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. Brewers, Cubs. The Brew Crew and Woodruff open up at -120. There's been a 5-cent move towards Chatwood and the Cubs. Chatwood starts off so well with those first two starts and then gets just destroyed by the team we just spoke of, the Kansas City Royals, in his last start. Cubs have allowed 2 or fewer runs in half of their games. They're 13-3 for the first time since 1907. And Chatwood hit for 8 runs and 11 hits in 2 in the third last start. He's faced the Brewers on 13 occasions, 7 starts, 5-3, 2.75 ERA. Woodruff took the loss against Chicago in the season opener, 2 runs, 4 hits, 5 innings. He's got a bad record and 5.95 ERA in his career against the Cubs, but he seems to be coming into his own right now. The Brewers have this spectacular bullpen, 3.43 ERA, 1.14 whip compared to the Cubs bullpen, and 6.47 ERA, 1.52 whip. The Brewers don't hit righties at all. The Cubs do hit righties hard. Take it away, Nolly. Brewers, Cubs.
Yeah, this interesting game. I love the way that Brandon has looked as of late. He's a flamethrower. It's fun to watch the way these guys try to dominate some of these batters. And like I said, he got outdueled by Hendricks the last time out through a complete game. Nothing you could do about that. He did his job. He had his team able to compete. The bats just weren't able to hit. And that's been a problem here for the Brewers for the majority of the season. They haven't been able to produce a lot of runs. And here they face Chatwood, who was able to shut them down earlier in the season. He went 6 2/3 against them, only giving up 3 hits and 0 earned runs. Chatwood, I guess he seems a lot more comfortable at home. His one road start gave up the Chicks pretty bad against the Royals, wasn't able to leave the second inning. And here in this spot, I expect him to pitch a lot better. He knows who he's going over there in Woodruff, and I expect him to come in and shut things down. What to expect out of this game? I like the first 5 under here. Again, I haven't made a move. I'm going to be looking into these games a little deeper, see some movement and whatnot. But an angle that we were kind of looking at on the way up here is maybe a degenerate special on the first inning. You got the Milwaukee Brewers dead last in runs in the first inning, and the Cubs are 20th in that category. And you got Brandon Woodruff on the mound, who I feel is going to shut it down. So may look at that as a degenerate special, but I'm off the game, leaning towards the half. But right away when I got here, it was at -125. I didn't want to lay that, so I stayed off of it.
I'm, after all this talk, leaning towards backing the Milwaukee Brewers full game. We have a huge bullpen advantage. I don't trust Chatwood, and now Chatwood's going to be overthinking everything after he got crushed in that last start. I've got a better pitcher, and I've got a better bullpen, and the wind is blowing out, as Deacon Mike said. He's on the team total over 3.5 with the Cubs. What if you had a free play, a free $200 bet on a side full game here? What would you do?
Yeah, I think I agree with the things that you're saying. The bullpen, the way that Milwaukee bullpen has been looking as of late, especially the way that Craig Counsell is able to manage the bullpen, I'm going to agree. They've got the better pitcher. They got the better bullpen. It's just those lineups, Jimmy. The lineups is what worries me. But free play, Jimmy, the bag's money. Give me the Brewers.
Yeah, Yelich is starting to hit a bit. Smoke got a home run. They were stymied by Yu Darvish, who's really pitching well right now. You know, I know our guy Topstead, who's 30-plus units in MLB this year, saying don't do it. But I am going to do it. And I am going to back Brewers, the bullpen, and the club after a really tough spot against Darvish. Now they get a nice spot against Chatwood with the wind blowing out. I'm taking the Brewers full game here. Corey Lewis saying Chatwood is not going to go deep like Darvish, and we've just talked about that. Bullpen, 6.47 ERA, 1.52. All right, I've got 2 additions now on my card. Tailing TJ on the under 7.5 DeGrom strikeouts. Now I've added Brewers full game to my card.